Hello guys, and welcome to my Choose Your Own Adventure stream. If you've been here before, you know that I use a poll site to run our choosing, but it is currently down. Which I knew would happen eventually, because it happens to GM Workshop all the time. But we will persevere. How are y'all doing? Hope you're well. Hope you had a good week. I took a couple days off earlier this week, which is nice. Did a whole lot of just nothing, so that was fun. I'm just going to keep refreshing this poll site to see if it ever works. I know. That's cool that you're here, though. I'm glad you always pop in and say hi. And Nerd Central is rating with a party of 4. Welcome, welcome. We're going to get started here soon with our Choose Your Own Adventure game. I was just hoping this poll site would work. But it's not. If anybody wants to try it, like keep refreshing it for me and let me know if it ever comes back up. That would be cool. But in the meantime, we'll figure it out. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. Here's our game board. Made some adjustments to help us out with our poll setup. And let me do this and this. And minimize that. I was even trying like Internet Explorer because sometimes, you know, Chrome can be wonky. Some browsers work for some things better than others, but it's just down. We need to crowdfund a poll site together. Let's do it. Let's do it. We've got our coffee. It's Friday night. And, oh yes, Uti. That reminds me. I need to look at, give you guys a little summary of what happened last time. I think we had 4 deaths last time. We were in chapter 4 of 5. Let's see. What happened last week? We missed you last week, Uti, but, I mean, you probably would have helped us die less. That would have been nice. Hey, Mutsugaru! Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to catching your next stream. I don't know if you've streamed since last time I was in there. That was a lot of fun, checking out all your cool wingspan stuff. Super jealous. Uti, there's so many more apes. The place is crawling with crazy murderous apes. Let me give you a little summary. So, Mitsugaru, this is your first time being here. So I run for you guys a Choose Your Own Adventure board game. It is called House of Danger. Choose Your Own Adventure, House of Danger. So those old classic Choose Your Own Adventure books, this is the board game version. And it's a bunch of cards that we read. And it tells us which card to go to next. I run a poll to let you guys choose which way you want to go in the story. We pick up clues along the way. We have an inventory of items. We have a danger meter where we have to roll a dice to see whether or not we defeat a challenge. We have a psychic scale that the higher we go on the psychic scale, the better chance we get to reveal premonitions or reveal more clues in the story to help us along. But yeah, I have a poll site that I use to run the poll to like have you guys vote on how you want to take the story, but it's down. So that's all right. We'll figure it out. Last time, short summary of the whole story. So the House of Danger. We are a psychic investigator detective. We've been getting nightmares constantly about this certain house. And I heard we had a broken poll. A poll site, a website that I use to run the polls. I want you guys to go here to this website and keep refreshing it and let me know if it ever starts working so we can use it. But in our story where we find the house in real life, thanks for the follow, the Fox of Snow. Thanks for that. That's awesome. Glad you could be here. You guys keep interrupting me. Gosh, I'm going to stop looking at chat for a second so I can get through explaining our story. I'm looking at chat because I want to see what you guys are saying. Keep refreshing it, then it will stay broken. Okay, just one of you do it then. I want you guys to choose which one of you are going to check on it for me and let me know. So we were looking around the grounds of the house. We got into the house and we've been looking around in it and running into apes that keep wanting to murder us. We went down into the basement of the house and we fought some more apes. We found a laboratory and let's do a poll to find out. Okay, you guys figure that out. So ultimately, all these chimps are being controlled by this evil laboratory scientist. Her name's Carol. We hate Carol. She's the assistant to Professor Marsden, who owns the house, owns the laboratory. They've been working together in, like, alien science, and they have a neuron inhibitor mainframe that Carol ended up using to create, I think she cloned all these murderous chimps and is like controlling them and making them be her little work monkeys, and they keep attacking us and killing us. We eventually drove a truck because we have in our inventory we have they were somewhere. I know we had them somewhere. We had truck keys. And we found a truck, and we drove the truck into the neuron inhibitor mainframe, which was awesome, and destroyed it. And the chimps don't want to kill us anymore because it kind of like broke that control that Carol had over them. I'm going to read chat. I don't know what you guys are saying. Murder apes, aka role players. Yeah. So we thwarted Carol's evil plot and helped Professor Marsden regain control of the laboratory. But then we heard an alarm sound, and which kind of takes us to the last card we read. I'm gonna get sweaty now. I'm gonna take some clothes off. Hold on. Got my Batman shirt. We getting comfy. I take my shoes off too. We get comfy. We're gonna be here a while. Okay. Alright. Drank some coffee. And we'll get into it. So, we're in chapter 4 of a total of 5 chapters. We defeated the evil Carol, but an alarm sounds and about 50 lights on the neuron inhibitor mainframe console start blinking. Professor Marsden comes running into the room. "Oh no," he mutters under his breath. "That thing's probably just malfunctioning," you say. "I really did a number on it." With the truck, remember the truck? That was fun. I was so excited about that. I saw that possibility coming and I'm like, let's do it! And we did it, and it was awesome. You both jolt back as a strange booming voice comes from a speaker on the neuron inhibitor mainframe console. Now, remember, I told you guys about alien science? Well, it turns out Professor Marsden and Carol had reached out. They had reached out to the telepathically to an alien, and they captured the aliens somehow. I don't know how. They have it somewhere. But now the neuron inhibitor mainframe lets out this booming voice that says, "The full force of the Chrysalic Armada is upon you. We demand the release of our ambassador. Although we hate violence, we will reduce your entire planet to galactic rubble if you do not obey us." The significance of this moment hits you. You've just heard the words of an actual alien life form. The professor is as pale as a ghost. "Let's release the alien," you say. "That's what we were planning to do anyway, right?" "About that," he says, "it may not be quite so simple." Now, usually, this is the end of the chapter. Usually we have a chance to go back through the chapter and explore different areas to see if we can pick up more clues or more items. But we had that opportunity earlier in the story, and chat was like, nah, we don't want to do that. So we're just going straight on to chapter 5 because it doesn't even give us an option to do anything else. So today's stream, we will start with chapter 5, The Invasion. Ooh, alien invasion. We're gonna die some more. Quick summary of how we did die 4 more times last week. We were stabbed by criminals. We drowned in a water closet. You would think it would just be like a toilet and a sink in there, but no, it was a room completely filled with water that we opened the door on and it drowned us. Some chimps blew blowpipe darts at us with poison, and then we were electrocuted by a generator. That's all the times we died last time. Let's see how we die this time. You've crossed the deadly estate surrounding the Marsden house, come face to face with spirits from beyond the grave, and found yourself at the mercy of strange scientific experiments. You fought oversized, superintelligent chimpanzees, freed them from mind control, and discovered a counterfeiting ring along the way. Now a fleet of UFOs is barreling toward Earth, and unless you can free the imprisoned alien ambassador before they arrive, the entire planet is doomed. It's all on you, chat, to save the world from aliens. The alien is locked away in the old prison beneath the mansion, Professor Marsden says. It's a dangerous labyrinth, not easily navigated. What are you talking about? You reply. There are 3 cells in that place. We were there 45 minutes ago. That's the new prison, the professor says, where antisocial chimpanzees are held until they can be rehabilitated. The entire compound is built over the ruins of an old prison, which burned down more than a century ago. My great-great-great-grandfather was the warden. You remember your strange, out-of-body visions in the elevator and the deep sense of foreboding that came with them. We should never have put him down there, the professor says. The prison has always been a horrible, cursed place, and now that the creature has found a way to make contact with the world outside its cell... Wait a second, you say. This alien ambassador isn't just responsible for my nightmares, is he? The alien was the one who called me this morning. But how did he even find me? The phone book is full of private investigators with far more experience than I have. You suddenly remember, however, that your Yellow Pages ad doesn't list you as an aspiring detective. It lists you as a psychic investigator. I'll find the alien, you say, to reassure yourself as much as the professor. I was born to do this. Let me see. Does the poll command work, or is it still only affiliate partner in Twitch? I don't know how to do it. Nerd hasn't been able to figure out how I can do it, so we assume it's an affiliate thing. What do I do? Just type in... I don't know. Do I just type in... Pole. No. Doesn't give it to me. So I need more followers. Bring all your friends over and tell them to follow me so that I don't have to rely on this crusty juggler website that doesn't work. Still doesn't work? Alright. Alright, we'll continue. Before he can respond, the professor notices something on the mainframe console and gasps. The alien armada will enter the Earth's atmosphere in just 20 minutes. You must find the alien ambassador and free him quickly, or all is lost. Alright, wants me to draw a clue card. It's gonna be our goal for this chapter. Every chapter of the story has a goal we need to meet to proceed to the next chapter. Well, in this case, to the end of the story. Because this is our last chapter. We've been like on average doing a chapter per stream, so this might be the last one. So our goal for this chapter is to, let me type it in, release the alien ambassador and save. Is all this gonna fit? Make it. There we go. Release the alien ambassador and save Earth. No small task, but we can do it. We can manage. Okay, you say. You've been down there before, right? Do you have a map? No, Carol handled all of that. All I know is that there are 2 ways to get into the structure. Through the original prison entrance around the back of the house, and through a long, dark hallway that I've always been too afraid to investigate. Don't forget, keep your earpiece turned on so we can communicate. Now I'm wondering, because we're at the point where we need to make a choice. Usually I would run our poll, but it still doesn't work. I should have maybe I should have done some kind of Excel didgeridoo to count what you guys say, but we'll figure it out. So option 1 is there's just the prison entrance. We can go straight in. Or number 2, hallway. So we have 2 options here, chat. Number 1 is the prison entrance. Number 2 is the hallway. So you can, I'd prefer if you type in a number so I can just count. I mean, there's not going to be a ton of you, so it'll be easy to decipher what you guys want to do. So we've got AA, Nerd Central, Mitsugaru want to try the prison entrance. Burpee likes to be contrary, and he wants to try the hallway. The long, dark hallway that will probably lead to our death. It's happened before. Alright, we're gonna try the prison entrance. Let's see what happens to us there. You find the entrance to the old prison through an abandoned section of the house. The boards that were nailed up to keep people out have mostly rotted away, and they were put up at least 50 years after the fire. You can hardly imagine what kind of shape the prison itself is in. We're probably going to find more ghosts. That's probably a given. You pry the boards off and carefully step into the room. This must have been some kind of check-in area for prison guards and other employees. There's a large hole carved in one wall, which opens into a rough stone tunnel. There are also 2 doors, but only the wooden one opens. The other is sealed tight with an unusual lock that has a small, round, gem-shaped indentation where the keyhole ought to be. That's interesting because we have a crystal pendant. I wonder. Ooh, yeah, I bet you. Let's take a look here. I'm looking through our inventory. See this this crystal pendant that we picked up? Look at this lock. Oh, look at this lock. That's gotta go in there, huh? Bet you. If you have clue 50, well, this is clue 90, so that's not gonna work. Maybe I was wrong. What is clue 50? Let me see. Not the climbing boots or the pocket knife or the dowel. Not the key card. Not the battery. I don't know where my truck key card went, but I'm pretty sure the truck key's not gonna do it. Let me see. Oh, here it is. That's not it. The alien notebook's not it. The revolver's not it. And the crystal pendant is not it. Huh. Must just be a coincidence. That was disappointing. So, in that case, we have two options. Crawl through hole in wall is number one. Number two is try wooden door. So number one, we can crawl through a hole in the wall. There's a large hole carved in one wall, which opens into a rough stone tunnel. And then there was the wooden door, which was the only one that opens. Then there's a different door that it doesn't give us the option because we don't have the particular gem-shaped keyhole that it wants. Key for the keyhole. New choice? What does that mean? New choice. What does that mean, nerd? People want to try the wood door to break up the numbers. New choice to break up the numbers. What does that mean? Looks like the majority of you want to try the wooden doors. In chat. New choice to break up the numbers in chat. Separate them from... Oh, I see. I got you. So we have 4, number 2, since I said new choice. Okay. Whatever. Okay, we're going to try the wooden door. You guys went with like a pretty vanilla option, I think. You didn't want to go through the hole in the wall. Fine. You find yourself in a room filled with old filing cabinets. They're metal, so they made it through the fire that destroyed the prison so long ago without too much damage. They're also flying around the room all on their own, slamming open and shut at random intervals. Some telekinetic activity going on, I think. You now realize why Professor Marsden never wanted to come down here. This place is super haunted. There's a burnt-out hallway on the other side of the room, as well as an old rope and pulley elevator that servants might have used. But you're going to have to get past a bunch of angry filing cabinets to get to either exit. And those things have got to be super heavy and super dangerous. Look, they just flying around like crazy. So this is a required challenge that we need to do. It's a dexterity challenge. We have a revolver that gives us a dexterity bonus +2. So we can try to shoot. We can try to shoot these filing cabinets out of the sky, out of the air. So I'm going to give you guys the option for this required challenge. Do we use the revolver or no item? Now, if we use an item and we roll a 1 with our die, we lose the item and the challenge. So there's always a risk when we use an item. We could lose it. And we're really low on the danger meter. We have to roll a 3 or higher to win the challenge. Which is pretty good odds. But I'll let you guys decide if you want to use the revolver to give us a +2 on our die roll. And I'm going to refresh the poll site while you guys do that. Nothing. Sadness. That's okay. I mean, there's not a ton of you guys here. If this was like GM Workshops chat with like 30 people, that'd be annoying. But luckily, he gets to use the backup option of Twitch's actual poll feature. Okay, so we're going to use the revolver. Chat, now I want you to roll our dice. So I want you to type in !roll into the chat, which will roll our d6. We need to not roll a 1. Burpy Gurky rolled a 4. Good job, we win. We shoot the filing cabinets easily and kill them. So we don't get anything for winning this challenge. We just don't die, so that's good. I mean, we would either have had, if we lost this challenge, we would have to raise our marker on the danger meter by 3. Since we won, we would lower it by 3, but we're already at the bottom, so that's all right. We good. Okay. So we now have an option. Do we want to go down hallway or take the rope and pulley elevator, which looks, I mean, that seems kind of risky. I mean, this is a really old elevator. How old is this rope that we're going to be using to pull it, you know? So, 1, do we want to go down that hallway? Or 2, take the rope and pulley elevator. We're split down the middle right now. If we could have some people playing New World do a little Alt-Tab and make a choice here. That would be super. Super duper. Ooty wants to go down the hallway, so we will go down the hallway. Okay. You hear the professor's voice in your earpiece. This is the section of the prison where the less dangerous inmates were held, it says. A century later, even their ghosts are relatively peaceful. Most of them are just relaxing in their cells. There's ghosts in there? Did I draw the right card? Okay, yeah. Sometimes I wonder, like, this card doesn't make sense to the last one I just read. A century later, even their ghosts are relatively peaceful. Most of them are just relaxing in their cells, all but one of which appear to be sealed up tight. You feel a mild sense of dread when you look into the open cell, but that might just be your imagination. After all, you have been spending a lot of time around ghosts lately. And chimps. Out in the common area, one ghost is attempting to dig a hole through the wall, but isn't making much progress with his ghostly pickaxe. There's a real pickaxe on the floor nearby, if you'd like to give him a hand. At the very least, it would give you another way out of this room, since there's no other door except the one to the spooky, empty cell. Okay, chat, we have this time an optional challenge, which is a strength challenge, which we have a large wooden dowel to help us with. So I will give you the option. Do we want to do the optional challenge? Optional challenge, dig hole? Well, help dig hole. Or open the cell. Since there's no other door except the one to the spooky, empty cell. Thank you, nerd. I was just about to do that. So, chat, do you want to do the optional challenge to help the ghost dig a hole? Or open the cell? Nerd wants to help the poor ghosty dig a hole. Uti also wants to lend a hand. Anybody else? Double A wants to? Okay, that seems... Burpy Gurky has to be contrary as always. Likes to mix things up. But everyone else wants to help. Gurky doesn't want to be helpful. Alright, chat. We're going to help the ghosty. So I will let you decide. Do we... Now, if we lose this challenge, this optional challenge, we're going to raise the danger meter by 4. If we win, we get to draw a clue. So let me ask you, do we use the wood dowel, which gives us a +2? Or do we not use an item for this challenge? New choice. There we go. Alright, chat. Vote a 1 or a 2. Do we use the wood dowel or not? To help. So we're gonna use a wood dowel to dig a hole. I wouldn't want to use a wood dowel to dig a hole. That seems silly. Like you'd just be picking at it. Okay. Nerd wants to use the wood dowel. So, chat, Burpy wants to... Oh, everybody does. Okay. Go ahead and do exclamation roll to roll our die to see if we complete this challenge. We need to not roll a 1. I'll wait. Exclamation roll. Go ahead and type that in. Alt-tab from your new world. There you go. Hey, you didn't roll a 1. Good job. So with our 2, plus our wood dowel gives us a 4. We win the challenge. We dug the hole successfully, and we're going to draw a clue. We're going to draw a clue. We're going to draw a clue all the way in the back of the pile. Sorting. Okay. I only roll when we need a hot dice. I don't even know what that means. Your plan works, and the two of you finish digging the hole together. The ghost starts crawling into the hole and fades away into thin air. You wonder if he's escaped from the cell or from his earthly bonds altogether. Aw, you guys, you helped him go to the other side. That's nice. Ooh, we get a choice on this card, okay? Do we want to follow ghost into hole, or stay and check out empty cell? Ooh. What do we want to do, chat? Do we want to follow the ghost into the hole, which is number 1, or stay and check out the empty cell, which is number 2? Everybody wants to go follow the ghost into the hole. I'm super curious where this ghosty is going to lead us. So we are going to do that. We're going to follow the ghost into the hole, because that's what chat wants to do. Okay. 124. We need card number 124. You emerge into a prison yard where inmates were given time for exercise outside their cells. Sitting cross-legged in the center of the open space is a human-sized chimpanzee, every bit as alive as you are. 2 ghost prison guards are speaking with the chimp and gesturing wildly at you. Do you see? Another of your kind has come to challenge you. I'm not here to challenge any, you say in protest, but then you trail off. Hold on. Do you think I'm a chimpanzee? You can't threaten me, the chimp says, waving her closed fist at you. I have a talisman here that controls ghosts, so watch out. The ghost guards glance at each other quizzically. If she really does have a ghost control talisman, it would sure come in handy. This story just goes into all crazy directions. Alright, chat. We have a optional fighting challenge. Fight the chimpanzee for her ghost controlling talisman. So let me give you guys the option. GM wants to kill everything. He's a murder hobo. Optional fight chimp for talisman. Take the hallway. Climb down into hole. I guess go back to where we came. So, option number 1, do we fight the chimp for her talisman? Number 2, take the hallway. Or number 3, climb down into the hole. I assume the hole we just popped out of. Kick it in the face! Chat's not scared. Chat wants to fight the chimp. We've done it several times before. And probably only died a couple times. Alright. Everybody wants to fight the chimp. So we're gonna do it. Alright, but let's check our inventory to see if we have anything to help us with a fighting challenge. We still have our pocket knife. So I'm gonna ask you, use pocket knife, no item. Alright, chat. Oh, wait, don't do it. New choice. Alright, now type in 1 or 2. Number 1, do we use a pocket knife? Number 2, we don't use it. Our danger meter score is still at a 3. Everybody wants to use a knife. Okay. We will use the knife. So, chat, go ahead and type in !roll to see if we don't roll. We need at least a 2. Because our pocket knife gives us a +1, which would get us to 3. So we need a 2 or higher. Go ahead and type in exclamation roll. Nerd rolled a 4. Good job. We successfully get her we fight the chimpanzee for her talisman. Let me draw. We're on fire with our rolls so far. Blah. Blah. All right, let's see what we get. Are you serious? Look, chat, we got a battery. Why did we get a battery when we were trying to get a talisman? Well, let me tell you. You get your hands on the chimpanzee's talisman, which turns out to be a simple 9-volt battery. It does not control ghosts. However, it could power a flashlight, or a taser, or who knows what else. So we have another battery to add to our collection. We now have 2. I want to compare these 2 batteries. Where is it? Here it is. We found a battery before in a desk drawer. It could power a flashlight, or a taser, or who knows what else. Oh my goodness. It's exactly the same. Wait, was the battery in the chimp's butt? No. Probably in her pants pocket. It was in her closed fist that she waved at us. Or you can pretend it was in her butt. I mean, that's up to you. It can be in the theater of your mind. All right. We got her talisman. The only exits are a crumbling hallway and a big hole in the ground. It looks like something's glowing down there. Ooh. Okay, do we want to take the hallway next? Or climb down into the hole? Crumbling hallway and a big hole in the ground. It looks like something's glowing down there. So, chat, go ahead and vote a 1 to take the hallway, or 2 to climb down into the hole to whatever's glowing down there. Nerd wants the shiny. Burp wants the shiny. Did you hear that? Did you hear me pop my neck? I sit at a computer at a desk too long and get all stiff. Yeah. Pop all the things. My shoulder pops a lot too. Did you hear that? Probably not. So we've got 2 people want to go down the hole to the glowy thing. Uti wants to take the hallway. Majority says climb down into the hole. All right. Let's see what's down there. Let's see what's glowing down there. That's interesting. You descend into a cave with glassy obsidian walls and a perfectly still circular pool in the center. A perfectly still pool that's glowing. Is it otherworldly ectoplasmic goo? Alien spaceship fuel? Good old-fashioned radioactive sludge? You have no idea, but you're pretty sure drinking from it would either kill you or give you superpowers. We have a free action. Let me see, you guys. Let's see what you want to do. Are you thirsty? Drink from pool. This seems like such a good idea. From the pool of goo. Don't drink from pool of goo. All right, chat. Number 1, do you want to drink from the pool of goo? Or number 2, don't drink from the pool of goo that might be radioactive sludge that could give you superpowers or it could kill you. Burpy's pretty sure that we're gonna get superpowers. So far, the majority wants to drink from the pool of goo. That's probably very dangerous and would be a stupid thing to do. Alright, we're gonna do it. It says to draw a clue card for this, so it's probably. I get on Nerd all the time for drinking that garbage. I call it his cigarettes. I mean, there's just all kinds of craziness in there I don't want to put in my body. Good old-fashioned coffee for me. Well, it was ectoplasmic goo. And it turns out that ectoplasmic goo is both delicious and nutritious. Interesting. I did not know that. We did not get any ghost powers. It was just delicious and nutritious. It says to lower the danger meter by 3, which it's already at the bottom, but we do get to move forward 3 spaces on the psychic scale, which finally puts us into a level that's not 1. Chat, look at that. This is the first time we've got out of this red zone and into the purple. Will we get to stay there? Who knows? If you guys make terrible rolls and decisions, it'll probably knock us back down again, because that seems to be the trend. But wasn't it, though? No, you're probably right, Double A. You're really smart. But we weren't there for long. Yeah. We didn't get to use anything, like, do anything about it. Maybe this time. Probably not, but maybe this time. I have a feeling that the farther we get into the story, the higher the level it requires. Because it seemed that way the last time we ran into needing to be on the psychic scale was like level 3. We'll see. It probably won't matter, but we'll see. Okay. There's a stone wall with a tunnel framed in red brick leading away from the pool that we just drank out of. Weird. You guys are so weird. There's also something giving off a gross, dank smell at the far end of the pool, if you'd like to investigate it. Let's see what you guys want to do. So, number 1, do we want to enter brick framed tunnel? Or number 2, follow the smell? Number 1, do we want to enter the tunnel framed with red brick? Or number 2, follow the gross, dank smell at the far end of the pool to investigate it? Double A wants to go in the tunnel. A lot of people want to go in the tunnel. You guys don't want to know what the smell is? It could be something that gives us superpowers. You don't know. No? The smell of death. Probably. Uti's curious. Gurky's like, nah. Okay. Looks like majority wants to enter the brick-framed tunnel. Okay. 136. Thank you guys for coming out and playing my game with me. Super appreciate it and having fun. I hope you are too. The tunnel opens up into what was once a large common area. It is full of luminescent ghost prisoners who have been actively rioting for more than a century, ever since they all died here. With all the chunks of stone and masonry flying around the room, you can't imagine how they've managed to carry on like this for so long without bringing what's left of the prison down on top of them. Then you're simultaneously hit in the head with a stone block and impaled with a section of iron bar, so you don't need to worry about it anymore. Look, chat. You decided not to investigate the smell of death, and you went ahead and just died in all this shrapnel. And look what happens. We move back 1, 2, 3 on the psychic scale, just like I knew would happen sooner rather than later. So we're gonna move our death count up 1 and add this to our list of deaths. So how would we describe this? Let's see. We were impaled. Impaled by flying iron bar. Cool. That's fun. Good job. Task failed successfully. Alright. So, we are going to roll back time from when we died. And instead of dying, we're going to follow the smell that you guys didn't want to earlier. Oh, this story. You never know where death lies around the corner. The dank soil gives way beneath your feet, and you tumble into a very smelly, hidden cavern. Here, you discover that the stench is wafting up from a colony of mushrooms, spotted ones and striped ones, that covers most of the floor and walls. If you've learned anything from playing video games, though, it's that eating random mushrooms you come across in the middle of an adventure is almost always a good idea. I mean, it's gotta be a better idea than entering a perfectly, fine, brick-framed tunnel. My goal is to get our Psycho skill back to level 1. Yeah, you were successful, Double A. Good job. Always follow your dreams. Okay. Let's see what you guys want to do here with these mushrooms. Eat spotted mushroom is number 1. Number 2 is eat striped mushroom. Hold on, don't vote yet. I'm not done. I'm not done telling you the options. Eat both. Now I'm gonna consider your options. Now that I've given them all to you, I'm gonna ignore your Double A and Burpy Gurky ones up there. See, I knew you'd want to eat all of them. Double A still wants 1, okay. I think we're gonna end up eating all of them though. Uti just wants to eat the spotted one. Now you gotta make me count. We've got 3 for 3 and 2 for 1. Does anybody else want to weigh in on what we eat? It doesn't even say there's no option to not. Alright, GM, good luck with your stream. Have fun. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So we have a tie. Unless anybody else wants to weigh in. Double A knew what I was going to ask. So, 6. He rolled a 6. So what does that mean? Number 1 is the first option. Number 3 was the second option. You rolled an even, so we're going to go with number 3. Does that make sense? Does my logic make sense? Makes sense to me. So we're going to eat both. We're going to do what you didn't want to do anyway, Double A. Big brain. Sometimes. We're going to eat both. Don't worry, Burpy. We're going to eat both. Maybe. We might die. We might get superpowers. We might turn into a chimp. So many cards. 111. You calling it psycho levels is killing me. The striped mushroom gives you temporary superhuman strength, but the poisoned spotted mushroom mitigates the effect. So nothing happens. They cancel each other out. We will grow big. No, we didn't. We had superhuman strength with the first one, and then just killed it with the second one. We're now average. But, okay. It still gives us a strength bonus, though. Look. Strength bonus. The striped mushroom gives you temporary superhuman strength, but the poisoned spotted mushroom mitigates the effect. Discard after one-time use. Keep this item. Raise danger meter by 2. Oh. So the striped mushroom gives us the strength ability, but the spotted poison mushroom raised us on the danger meter. Okay. The wording on that was like confusing to me, but I think we got there. So we're adding this to our inventory. When we eat it, it'll give us strength +1. But only for one time. So remember, if remind me, if we use the mushrooms, we have to discard it. One-time use. When you're done snacking, there's only one way to leave this cavern, and it's through a pitch-black tunnel. Let's go into the tunnel, because that's the only way out. The tunnel leads to an exit high up on the wall. The tunnel leads to an exit. I think before I do this card, we're going to take a quick break because we've been here an hour now, and breaks are good. Keeps me fresh and ready. So, some part of blood is on the way. Don't worry about that yet. Let's take a few minutes. We'll take a break, stretch our legs, and be right back. Staying hydrated, always. So, I will be back in just a few minutes. Be back. Just a couple minutes, just to move around, you know? Okay. If we're all here and ready, we'll get back into this tunnel. That's apparently covered with blood all over the walls. I don't remember that, but whatever is in your imagination's fine. The tunnel leads to an exit high up on the wall of a large, lead-lined prison cell. Beneath you, the crystalline form of the Chrysalic Ambassador. Remember, that's the name of the alien race, I think. The Chrysalic Armada. Beneath you, the crystalline form of the Chrysalic Ambassador lies motionless on the floor. So this is the alien we've been trying to find and release to save Earth. So that's pretty cool. We've already got there. The ambassador looks up, sees you, and sends a telepathic message directly into your frontal lobes. What manner of creature can pass through the impenetrable walls of my prison? He transmits. Whoever you are, have mercy and free me from this tomb. Impenetrable walls? It's a tunnel, you think back at him. Have you even tried escaping? How long have you been down here? I am greatly weakened from my ordeal, the ambassador thinks at you. Also, it is really dark. So wait a minute. He's just in a hallway? The tunnel leads up to an exit high up on the wall of a large, lead-lined prison cell. Beneath you, the crystalline form. Okay, it's in a prison cell. Impenetrable walls. Alright. The only way out of this cell is back the way you came, so if you want to take the ambassador back to the surface with you, you're going to have to lift him into the tunnel. He is quite heavy. I wish we had a picture. They don't give us a picture of what this alien looks like. I want to know what it looks like. I mean, how many aliens have you seen? Do you know what one looks like? I don't. Alright. We have a required challenge to lift the alien ambassador. It is a strength challenge. Strength. There it is. This. I don't. This symbol means strength. We have a wood dowel that will give us strength +2 for this challenge. We also have the mushrooms we just gathered, which will give us a strength +1. So I'll give you the option. Use wood dowel +2. We can't use both because if you look at our board over here, at the bottom, there's a slot for, yeah, Dodo, our poll website is down, which happens quite often. I haven't had the issue happen for me on my stream, but I've seen it happen before to my favorite person, GM Workshop, where it's just down and doesn't work. Because I'm not affiliate, we think that I'm not able to use Twitch's integrated poll. So, we're making do with Excel, which is my favorite software anyway. Double A, listen, I have many different types of favorite people. You're my favorite Canadian. Okay? GM Workshop's my favorite GM, okay? So, he also happens to be Canadian, so just feel grateful that you're my favorite Canadian over him. Anyway. Got super distracted with y'all's chat. Oh no, Dodo! I need to stop ranking people. It's getting me in trouble. Listen. GM Workshop. Listen. GM Workshop is my favorite morning DM. You're my favorite Thursday DM. Okay. I need to stop digging this hole and get back to these options in Excel. Use mushrooms. At least Uti's not in here complaining that he's not my favorite GM either. Nerds ranks 3. Laughs in Thursday, you guys. You're killing me. You guys are all my best friends and I love you. No item. I'm super grateful that you all are here poking fun at me and crying at the mean things I say to you. Alright, go ahead and vote. We're gonna try and lift this alien ambassador. It's a strength challenge. Do we want to use our wooden dowel, which will give us a +2, use the mushrooms, which will give us a +1, or use no item at all? You know what? Whoever brings in the most followers for me will be another favorite. I'm like 18 away from the goal of 50. So let's bump those numbers up. Okay? Looks like everybody except Dodo wants to use the wood dowel. So we will do that. So go ahead, chat, and do exclamation roll to roll our die. To see if we lift the alien ambassador. Nerd rolled a 2, which with our wooden dowel gives us a +2 for a 4. We are at a 3 on the danger meter, so we win the challenge. Good job, nerd. Okay, we're gonna... Ooh, we get to lower the danger meter by 5, which would put us all the way at the bottom. Nice. And we're gonna go to a story card. 146. You drag the crystalline... I don't know, is it crystalline? Crystalline? I'm just going to say it whichever way the wind blows. You drag the crystalline alien back to the security room where the professor waits. On a monitor, you can see a giant UFO entering Earth's atmosphere. Hurry, the professor says in a panic. The armada is almost upon us. The alien ambassador rushes to the console. He pushes a button and makes a series of harsh noises you can only assume are his native language. Okay. It asks us if we have a certain clue, do this. Which, the clue is this crystal pendant, which we do have. Now we can safely use telekinesis. Well, I mean, I guess if, last stream we went into this machine in the laboratory that gave us telekinetic powers, which, I'm glad you mentioned that, Dodo, because I kind of forgot about it. So good job. It lets us do a reroll, but we have to, it makes us increase the danger meter when we do that. Once per challenge, you can raise the danger meter by 2 to re-roll a die roll. So I don't think we haven't failed anything yet, but it's good to keep in mind. So because we have our crystal pendant, if you have the crystal pendant and are level 1 through 3 on the psychic scale, draw such and such card. Or if we're level 4 or 5, draw this card. So we're not given a choice here. We're just saying, if this and this, do this. So we meet the condition of having this clue, We are level 1 on the psychic scale, so we're going to draw card 112. So this crystal pendant is going to do something for us. The pendant glows and makes a soft noise, so you bring it close to your ear. It's an alien translator. As the ambassador screeches away, you hear the following translation in plain English. The vile and foolish humans suspect nothing. Proceed with planetary extermination. I repeat, kill them all. Oh no! Oh no! When he's finished, the alien sends you a telepathic message. I have contacted my people. All is well. So now what, you ask? Go outside and await their arrival, he transmits. Do not fear them. We have forgiven all your transgressions and will not murder you or the rest of your species. Well, that's not what we heard from the transmission. So I think he's lying to us. Yeah, he's super sus. So there's different different things that would happen based on where we are in the psychic scale. I have a feeling we're not going to complete the story successfully because we haven't made it out of level 1. So let's see what happens. Because we're on level 1, we're going to draw this card. 119. You know what the ambassador said, but there's something giving you a funny feeling about it. I think because we are so low on the psychic scale, we have like negative 100 perception. You know what I'm saying? You know, D&D people, what I'm saying? I don't know. Are you sure everything's fine, you ask? Because the way you said it, it doesn't really sound like it's fine. The alien rearranges his face into what might be a crystalline scowl. Fine? Fine? Do you mean to ask whether it's fine that I was locked in a dungeon for years? While your people tore my ship to pieces and stole technology you are not advanced enough to use or understand? Now that I think about it, your entire planet will die for your crimes, but the two of you in particular will truly suffer. Oh gosh. The ambassador lunges at you. Ooh. Ooh, we have a picture of him. He's a crystalline alien. He kind of looks like a bird with a beak. He is lunging at us. This is a required fighting challenge. Okay, so maybe a bit. Yeah, he's a little mad. I can imagine why he would be mad. All right, chat. We have a fighting challenge. Let me organize my stuff here. To fight the alien ambassador. If we win, we're going to move forward 4 spaces on the psychic scale. If we lose, we're going to raise the danger meter by 4 and try again. So let me give you the option for this fighting challenge. All we have to use in our inventory is a pocket knife, which gives us a +1. So, chat. Gun is... Where's the gun? Oh, the revolver. Yeah. For some reason, it's dex. I mean, it doesn't involve strength to shoot it. It's aiming. But this is a fighting challenge. And the pocket knife is our only fighting type of weapon and item. So go ahead and vote. Everybody wants to use a pocket knife. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. Alright, so go ahead and type in exclamation roll. We need at least a 2. Don't roll a 1, because a 1 is an automatic fail. And Dodo rolled a 6. Good job, Dodo. Success. And we move forward 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, we're like the highest we've ever been on the psychic scale. Cool. So we give him a little stabby stab with our little pocket knife. And we go to this card. Yay! All the emotes that I don't have yet, but someday maybe if you guys bring more people. You rush outside with the professor just as a massive fleet of crystalline flying saucers descends through the clouds. If only I had finished assembling my doomsday device, the professor laments. Wait a second, you say. You were working on a doomsday device? Well, technically it's a defense against doomsday devices. But if you point it the wrong way, it will definitely blow up the planet. You really need to remember to point it the right way. That's funny. The largest of the alien ships stops above the manor and hovers in midair. But it's all for nothing, the professor continues. Without my valence conduction capacitor, my quantum synthesis stabilizer, and my hypersonic isotropic resonator, all is lost. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's a lot. That's a lot of science stuff. There's the alien armada above the house. They kind of look like, what's that movie? I forget the movie name and the actress. But it looks like those ships, but on their side. That's gonna bug me. No, not Independence Day. It's with the red-haired chick that was the girlfriend of Superman. Arrival, yes. I really like that movie. And that's what these ships remind me of, just on their side. There's a lot of, like, telekinetic stuff going on in that movie, too. That was pretty cool. I really like that movie. Alright. So there's some more if this then that stuff that I have to figure out with, depending on which clue cards we have in our inventory. Depends on what things happen. So it wants, well, we don't have clue card 92, and we don't have clue card 96, and we don't have clue card 102, so we're definitely missing all these clues. Draw 113. Let me check and make sure that these are still, yeah, we definitely don't have those things. So we're gonna draw, I don't know guys, I don't think we're gonna complete, I think this planet, I think the world's gonna blow up. I don't think we did good in the past to save the world, so we'll see. The professor rummages through your stuff, wasting precious time. We did just rummage through our stuff. Oh no! Raise the danger meter by 6. We're gonna die. The planet's gonna die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Earth's gonna explode. I'm calling it. Oh no. There's nothing we can do to stop them, the professor says, eyes wide. Earth is doomed. He glances at an egg ship parked out on the lawn. Your eyes follow his. Remember, there's, in the garage of the laboratory of the house, there was an egg-shaped alien ship that we investigated and found an alien notebook in. So we're now, looking at it. Instinctively, you both make a mad dash for the ship as the UFOs begin firing lasers down from above. This thing needs much more fuel if we're going to leave Earth's gravity, the professor says once you're both inside. He frantically empties his pockets into an open compartment on the ship's dashboard as the ground outside the craft begins to buckle. Quick, throw everything you got into the fusion reactor. So we're just going to up and bounce from Earth while everyone else perishes in the alien attack. Nice. There's a picture of the fusion reactor. Burpy Gurky's probably going off to do raids in whatever new world, so he's going to lurk. No one said we were good people. That's for sure. That's for sure. Okay. So, now it says, if you have 12 or more clues with the phrase, keep this item in your inventory. Oh, I see. So it's depending on how much stuff we put into this fusion reactor. Depends on which way the story goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we dump 13 things in. And we go to story card 151. Okay. This card says we achieved our goal, which we did release the alien ambassador, but did we save Earth? I don't know. Let's read and find out. That should do it. You strap yourselves into the seats and rocket through Earth's atmosphere just in time to gaze out of a porthole and see the planet break apart and explode in a blinding flash of light. Your ship is rocked by the resulting shockwave, but survives intact. Everything. Everyone, you mutter, unable to fully process the magnitude of what just happened. It's all gone. The professor's face is ashen. He silently flips open a little plastic cover on the console to reveal a button underneath. Someone has stuck a piece of masking tape under it with the handwritten words, "Faster than light drive." He shoots you a questioning glance. "Punch it," you say. "There's nothing here for you now." The professor pushes the button, and you head into the infinite vastness of the universe, unsure of what fate awaits you. And that's the end. So, chat, we have completed the House of Danger, the board game. We were a psychic investigator detective reached out to telepathically by an alien who was imprisoned in a house. We didn't rescue, we made the alien mad. Its army came to save it. We escaped on a ship, and the Armada destroyed Earth. And that's the end of the game. That's game over. So, I don't know if we call that a success. I don't. I mean, the whole planet's destroyed. And it's your all's fault. Good job. So yeah, that's the end. It was a very fun... So wrap up. I had fun with the story. I had fun playing with you guys. we learned a lot. We got a bunch of items. We did a lot of challenges. We went through some crazy shenanigans. And we never got... I think what happened, we failed too much. We never got way up the psychic scale. We barely ever got into level 2. And I think if we would have not sucked so bad early on and was able to climb up that scale more, we probably would have been able to save Earth. I mean, tonight, we never failed a challenge, but we made some wrong decisions, which is the whole point of the game. Like, it's your choose your own adventure. You never know what's going to happen. And it just so happened that Earth blew up. We only had like 2 good weeks. Yeah, there was some weeks where there were some streams where there's a lot of failure. I mean, we've died 10 times. That tells you something, that we didn't do very great. But it's still a lot of fun. I think the story was a lot of fun. It was always unexpected. This was my first ever choose your own adventure anything. And I loved it. I thought it was great. And I really liked playing with you guys. I liked the whole reason that this stream came about is because of GM Workshop, who does his own choose your own adventure stuff. And I stole a lot of his ideas to put this together. Because I really liked what he does with the chat interaction. I've never streamed on Twitch before this because I never had any reason to. Like, I don't play a ton of video games, or hardly any video games. So streaming that, I never was interested in that. But this was the first thing that I kind of thought of and learned about to put together. And I'll probably do it again because there's a second game of this that our friendly local game shop is working on ordering more of. They're out, but we'll get a hold of that and do that one. I'm interested to play this game just by myself to see if I can do any better than you guys, because there's a whole lot more of the story that we didn't get to uncover. So that'll be fun. I'll let you guys know how that turns out. And Uti, let's see. Uti's told me about some games on Steam that are very choose your own adventure-esque, but like video games. So that could be something that I put together a stream for where we do something similar, but it's not cards and a board. It's an actual video game. So I might check that out. That could be fun, and we'll do some of that. Will I be streaming next Friday? Probably not. I'll probably take a Friday off. I don't have the board game yet. I'll check out the games that Uti recommended, but it probably won't be next week that I do something. I am going to pick up Tabletop Simulator sometime when it goes on sale. I've never done any of the like online board games, but board games is one of the like number one hobbies for me. And with the pandemic, we don't have people over anymore, and we lost touch with a lot of IRL friends that we used to have over all the time for board games, so I don't get to play board games anymore. Nerd's tired of playing board games with me all the time. Yeah, Mitsugaru, I'm looking forward to getting it and checking it out. I like the physical aspect of board games. Because I'm on a computer all day, every day for my job. So being on a computer at home isn't something I love doing. But if it's the only way I get to play board games with friends, because all my friends are internet people now, I mean, that's just something I'm going to have to get used to. My boyfriend will say the same, and yet he has such a high win rate. Yeah, Mitsugaru, there's some games that Nerd will always beat me in, that I've never been able to beat him in. But there's probably a lot more games that I always beat him at. And with it just being the two of us, playing games just the two of us can wear out for a while. So I'm looking forward to getting Tabletop Simulator and playing with some of my internet friends, because all my friends are online now. I changed jobs last year, so kind of lost touch with quite a few people, and with the pandemic, it's just hard to make new friends and out in the world. So having internet friends has been really nice. Appreciate you all being here for my stream. Yeah. You get it. I got you, Mitsu. Really hope we get to play some games together on Tabletop Simulator. That'll be awesome. Looking forward to getting your all's recommendations on what games to play on Tabletop. I haven't looked at... I've poked around at some of their inventory. Some of them, I'd like to try Root, but I think that's an extra cost. I'd like to keep the cost down. I don't want to sink a ton of money into it. I'd like to check out some of the games that are already freely available on there. I can blow up my face a little bit, since we're just chatting now. What are some other games? I really want to try Terraforming Mars. That's been something's in the air. Terraforming Mars is one that I'd like to try someday. It looks super complicated, but I like getting my brain into that kind of stuff. It's fun. And if there's a board game of that's like, I guess, scripted, that will like guide me through how the game works, that would be nice. Both it and Ares Expedition are on TTS. Yeah, Nerd and I went to a convention. I guess it was Colossal Con. It was an anime convention, and they had a board game room, and they had Terraforming Mars there, and we got it out, and we're like looking at the pieces in the rule book, and I'm like, oh, this is great, but there's so much to it. It's what I equate it to is like not as much as learning a new language, but it's like learning a new language to really get into the game and start playing it. Like having to reference back to the rule book a lot to really understand how the game works can be challenging. But I like the challenge, which is why I look forward to trying out Terraforming Mars someday. I like trying out different genres, different themes of games, and a space game isn't one that I have really got into yet. So I'm looking forward to trying that out sometime. Root was another one. As a neat concept that I like. I like Animal Warriors. That's fun. What else? Nothing else comes to mind at the moment. I'm excited for Other People Losing to You. Worst case scenario, I think Watch It Played has a tutorial. Watch It Played. Have I heard of that? I don't know if I've heard of that. I probably have. Yeah, learning a board game through a video is so much easier than trying to read a book and comprehend it from just reading it. Having someone show you is a lot easier. So that's nice that YouTube has a lot of different people that put that kind of stuff together, which is nice. What Nerd and I recently played was, Tesla versus Edison Duel. And at first, it's a 2-player game. You'd think it'd be pretty simple. And there's only a few pieces. But when I was trying to read it and understand it, I'm like, there's so many mechanics to this game to make it work that is just making my brain hurt. So I did find a nice video that it was a married couple that explained the rules and played through it and made it a lot easier to understand. So it was a really fun game. We'd like to check out the full version of the game. Hopefully that's on Tabletop Simulator. Yeah. What else? Yeah. So, I mean, we ended this stream. I expected to finish chapter 5 tonight. Because in the past streams, we've done like a chapter a night. So, and this, we just started the last chapter. So I'm not surprised we finished it already. But now I'm kind of like just chatting with you guys, filling time. Because I didn't want to end it already. Because I'm having fun being here with you guys. There's another game I want that it's not on Amazon, and I think it's a really small publisher. They haven't put it out to a lot of stores. Like, I've never seen it in a store, and I've not seen it on Amazon. It's called Obsession, and it's like Downton Abbey, like Lords and Ladies type of stuff, and that's like my favorite genre of TV show. So playing a game that's like thematically around that, I would just love that. I doubt that's on Tabletop Simulator because, again, I think it's from a small publisher, so I don't know. I probably won't ever get to play it. I've heard and watched reviews for it. Yeah, I've seen 3-minute board games, if that's a YouTube. I mean, he's pretty big YouTube. Yeah, they did get a second printing. I just learned about that. I would love to have that game. Love it. But if I were to get it, Nerd would be the only person I play it with, and he would hate that game. Because it's probably going to be too complicated. Unless, I mean, you never know. With some games, he just happens to be excellent at and I'm trash at. Can I post links? Yeah, I don't have any of that stuff turned off. I don't know how Twitch works, so you can do anything you want. It's on Tabletop Simulator? Oh no, you can't post a link. How do I fix that? Hold on. Hold on. Alright, I don't know. I don't know how Twitch works. We'll look for it. If you say it's in the workshop, that's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so excited to check it out. I love it. I love that theme. I'm super excited to try it. If it's on Tabletop Simulator, if you say it is, I believe you. I'm starting to learn that. I've not really looked at the workshop yet. A little bit, but not a whole lot. Nerd has, and he's told me, like, oh, there's this game and this game and this game. And I'm super excited to have some people to play with sometime. We'll do some streams. Yeah. Mitsu, do you stream table? I haven't seen a lot of your streams. I think I only saw the one where you were showing off some of your games. Do you stream Tabletop Simulator with people? Do you do, like, streams of games that you play? Okay. Maybe we can get some of that going. That'd be fun. I'm not going to say that I'm an excellent board game player. I just like to have fun. I like to have fun with people, playing fun games. I like the physicalness of games. So we'll see how I do at Tabletop Simulator. It'll be different. I think there's some clips for It's a Wonderful World in Viticulture. I've heard of Viticulture, not played it. I haven't heard of It's a Wonderful World. What's that one like? I'm going to ask you questions and then wait for you to respond. Now I have to put all these cards. Oh, there's pictures in here. There's pictures in these cards. It's like 7 Wonders with tighter engine building combos. Okay, that's interesting. It honestly replaced it from my playgroup. Okay. We have Seven Wonders. We've played it a few times. It's not my favorite game. But I'd be curious to see how It's a Wonderful World works. That'd be fun. There's pictures in here that I haven't seen. And they're like spoilers that I could look at, but I'm not going to. Because I want to try playing this game myself to see how much better I can do than chat. Because it is a one-player game. You can play with one person, or let's see. It's just as one or more. You can play with however many people you want. Yeah. Cool. So, I wonder if this poll site is ever going to work again. Maybe the next time I stream something, it will work. But I think the Excel chat options work just fine. Again, like, there's not a ton of you, so using that was okay. If you like story stuff and Nerd is interested, we could do a Sleeping Gods campaign. Ooh, what's that? I'm going to Google that. I'm going to Google it, and then you can tell me about it. Sleeping Gods. Pictures. Are the stars unfamiliar here? She asked, and the sky grew suddenly dark, the stars' patterns alien and exotic. This is the wandering sea. The gods have brought you here, and you must wake them if you wish to return home. You and up to 3 friends become Captain Sophal Odessa and her crew in a lost and a strange world in 1929 on your... Ooh, it's like steampunky. It's co-op choose your own adventure. Cool. That could be fun. But it's like steampunky. Oh, good job, Nerd. So Nerd has a Discord. He is my husband. I am his wife. And we have a variety of stuff going on in there. Nerd is a DM. He does Dungeons and Dragons a couple times a week. So we have channels for that. We do some video gaming stuff. A lot of us are playing New World right now, so we have channel for that. I have my own channel where I've been putting summaries of my Choose Your Own Adventure game in there and just random board game related stuff. Yeah, you can find us there. And we can get together on something. That would be fun. So Sleeping Gods is a campaign game. Each session can last as long as you want. What time zone are you in, Mitsugaru? I can't remember from the stream that I was in with you Okay, we're Eastern, so that could get interesting trying to schedule something. But at least you're not in Australia. Let me tell you, I have friends in Australia, and that invited me to a one-shot they're running. Here, I'll give you this. That's my friend Uti, who is an Australian DM. And he invited me to his one-shot and managed to schedule it for a Saturday night, 8 p.m. for the Australians. About noon, I think, for the people in England. 6 o'clock in the morning for me, the one American. So I took the bullet and got up super early on a Saturday morning to play with them in their Saturday evening one-shot game. And that was kind of brutal, getting my mind awake for that early in the morning. But Pacific Standard Time, it's not as bad. We can work something out. Yeah. Well, it's like, I play in Nerds game, and I play in another one of our friends' games. Do I have this? Yeah, I do. So Dodo's my other favorite DM. And so we play 2 nights a week. And it was nice to have the opportunity to play with my Australian friends, because, I mean, how often do you get to play Dungeons and Dragons with people on the other side of the world? So that was a lot of fun. It was rough, but it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll check out this Sleeping Gods game. It looks pretty cool. And gosh, just any game. I just love board games. That's my favorite thing. I wish I could do it more. But Tabletop Simulator will be nice to have once we get it and get into that. So, yeah. I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. Thank you all again for coming out and playing. Really appreciate you. This was a lot of fun. This is my first ever stream, and I think it went super well. Thanks for all the follows and the lurks and the friendship and the good times we had along the way. I don't know when I'm going to stream again. Depends on how things work out with certain things. So maybe I don't think I'm going to stream New World. Because, I mean, who does that? That's lame. Why would you watch anyone playing New World? That would just be weird and lame. I don't even know what that emote is. It's a cup that you drink out of? I will probably get on New World, though. Because what else am I going to do tonight? A drink? Okay. That's cool. What kind of emotes? I have a penguin. Look at my penguin! I followed a streamer that is all about the penguins. And I got gifted a sub of penguins. Now I get all the cute penguins. Okay, now I'm just talking about nothing. Because I like talking to you guys. I love hanging out in your all's chat. And I appreciate you guys hanging out in my chat. That's super cool of you. Okay, I'm gonna be done. Oh, Dodo had hosted me. I didn't realize that. Anything else fun like that happen? We got a follow. We got the Fox of Snow followed. Is that Lord Snowfox something? Hey, Dodo's here. I host every Friday. I appreciate you, Dodo. That's why you're my favorite. Everybody's throwing their emotes up. It is Elrod Lord. I think you meant Lord Snowfox. And he plays a lot of New World, I think. I'm gonna yawn. I'm really tired and I need to stop talking. Okay. Ooh, I need to pick somebody to raid. I almost just bounced. This is gonna be the third ever time I raid someone. So I have to. Who's streaming right now? No one. Alright. Let's check out the board game category and see who's doing what. If anyone's playing something I've heard of that's in English. Terra Mystica, I've heard of that. I've not seen or know anything about it. There's some Catan going on, which somehow, for as long as I've been in the hobby, I've never played Catan. Never really been interested in trying it. But it's the board game mascot, I think, of the board game hobby. There's no one playing anything. Is this Agricola? Oh, it is Agricola. We're gonna raid this person that's streaming Agricola. I have Agricola. I don't think Nerd particularly loves it, but it's your classic Euro game, which is worker placement type stuff. which is nice. I like it. And we'll go raid them, see what they're up to. It triggers me. But, nerd, you do whip me every time at Raycolt, which is a worker placement game. So, you've got that going for you. We bought it the same weekend as the Comic Expo we missed. No, that was Carcassonne. That was the travel version of Carcassonne. That was Carcassonne. You are mistaken. It's not. Is that considered a... It's not a worker placement game. Is it? It's tile placing. I guess you're... There's no. You're just putting... I don't know. It's been a while since we played it, obviously. Okay. I'm going to stop talking. We're going to raid this gamer Montu. So I'm going to click start raid. And now what? It's counting down. Okay. Thank you all for being here. And we're going to go raid gamer Montu. Bye.
Actually, Mercator didn't take any resources this round, so I guess if he builds a fireplace or hearth, he doesn't get to manual labor. But you don't have to manual labor every single round, I guess. Hello, Noonvale. Oh, Tide Mill. Yeah, but the problem with Tide Mill is that it doesn't even trigger until stage 3. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Playing Agricola. Ooh, I love all these emojis. I'm going to tell you all that I'm very low tech, so I'm seeing these emojis on my phone. So I may not know what all these emojis mean, but, you know, keep them coming. Alright, so we don't have to first action grow. Do we take 3 read here? I think the answer is yes, we take 3 read here. Because 3 read. Oh, Catchy Slim star players. Okay. So Catchy Slim takes 3 read. Wait, how did he get a guest? Oh, Old Hiker, of course. Yeah, Rilo Kren's got a lot. Yeah, Rilo Kren subscribes to a lot of stuff. So he's got a lot of cool emojis. Well, that's alright, Noonvale. I mean, you know, it's... Oh, that was a really good forest well. Holy crap, I just realized. That's like a 10 food forest well for Catchy Slim. Yeah, despite growing 3rd here, Catchy Slim's in a really, really great position. And this clay grab from Naros, I think, is a big mistake. Because I think now he's going to... Catchy Slim's just going to grab this reed, and it's just off to the races, right? Like, Naros is just never going to be able to build a room. Like, Mercator would build a room before Naros can. And Catchy Slim can just double build here, and then he's just rocking. Just take the reed, double build, and then no one else can build a room. Okay, never mind. What do I know, guys? What do I know? He'll take wood. Why not? This is not an expansion. This is, we're playing with, a whole bunch of decks, some of which are, I guess you could call them expansions. Yeah, they're like designed by the community here. All right, what are we taking here? 4 clay, reedstone food. Do we actually want to grow with ground pickaxe plow and then triple plow? No, we don't want to do that. We actually want a little more wood here. We want to play grain cart. Not sure what we want here. We don't need the food for Private Oven, honestly. We don't even need to play Private Oven. I mean, we could even play Morning Trader, but I kind of don't want a Morning Trade till it's time to do grain cart things. But I'm kind of thinking about Morning Trader Lantern Farmer, which we want to get down before we start doing